Welcome back to Giant Monster Games. My name is Ted, and today we are playing the Boros Blink combo in Modern. And this is a very poor starting hand because we only have one land. So we're going to ship that and hopefully get something. Ooh. Okay, not exactly the best. Let's try that again. Alright, let's, do we keep this? We have 3 cards in hand, all 1-drops, so, yeah, I don't know. If we go down below, our percentage chance of winning, it just keeps going down. Let's keep it, see if we get a land, and let's put that to the bottom. Our opponent starts with a forest, so let's see. And we draw a bolt. I mean, we've got some removal, and half the combo. And we have a Wall of Omens if we ever get to cast it. Here you go, opponent. Take another turn. Okay, they play another forest, and it looks like they pass it back to us, and we have an Impact Tremors. Ouch. Punished. Okay, your turn, opponent. Okay, they play another forest. And finally we have a land, and it's a Pain land. Okay, let's lead on Soul Warden, and we'll pass the turn. They drop their 4th forest, and it looks like they're about to make their first play of the game. They're going to put down Utopia Sprawl to ramp them. Let's see what color they name. Green. Okay, so they're probably mono green. I think that's safe to say by now. And they play Sirach the Hunt Caller. Okay, so it's a 4-mana 5/4, and wow, okay. We're going to gain a life off that, and we drew a Plains. Perfect, so now we can Wall of Omens and hopefully get ourselves out of this mess by getting another land. And we're going to gain the life from our Soul Warden, and we're going to draw a card from our Wall of Omens. We drew a Genesis Chamber, not exactly what we were hoping for, and we're going to pass it back to our opponent. Here you are, opponent. I have no idea. This is just like a really awkward, rampy, stompy deck, I guess? Okay, Mono Green Devotion. Now we know. And we are on a 4-turn clock now. Oh, and they have another play, and that would be a Primal Command. They're putting our land back on top of our library. Thank you, opponent. Thank you. We were already mana wrecked. And our opponent tutored up a Plated Crusher. So their deck is probably super budget other than Nykthos. Trample and Hexproof. And that's in their hand, so that's going to come out on the battlefield next turn. And surprise, surprise, we draw a Battlefield Forge. I'm trying to think of any outs we might have to this, and I'm not coming up with any. We're probably best just scooping this and going to game 2. Let's do that before we show our opponent too much of what we have. Right now it looks like we're just some kind of mediocre Soul Sisters deck running budget lands. I mean, we're still running budget lands, but... Okay, so our opponent's got a lot of big creatures that I feel like they're going to swing in with, so Deflective Palm's going to be really amazing, and I feel like Crumble to Dust will be just fantastic against the fact that they're running Nykthos as their primary way to generate a ton of mana. And would we go down? I think we could go down Wall of Omens because they don't appear to have anything fast. So other than drawing the cards, it's just going to sit there and get wrecked by anything that they do end up attacking with. Of course, we'd like to play first. And we have another 1-land hand. Ouch. Well, we're going to ship this. Alright, 2 lands. We're keeping it. Snap keep, 2-land hand. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, deck. And we got a Battlefield Forge to go on top. So what are we going to do? I think we're going to start by playing a Soul Warden. And then we'll probably go into Soul's Attendant the following turn. So let's pass it over to our opponent and see what they're on. Okay, they play a Forest and an Arbor Elf. Okay, we didn't see any of that last time, but that's even more ramp. I feel like that kind of really makes our Crumble to Dust bad. Okay, so we're going to drop a Battlefield Forge, and we're going to drop in a Soul's Attendant, and we're going to gain another life. Always yield to that, and we'll pass it back to our opponent. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to swing in with the Warden, because I feel like our opponent wants the Elf more than they want the 1 life, and we were right. Okay, they drop another Forest, and what else? They're playing a Burning Tree Emissary. Okay, so it looks like they're going on the Go Wide plan, which really wasn't what we had intended on playing around when we sided in Deflecting Palm. They get 2 mana. What are they going to spend it on? Okay, they're going to untap a Forest. They have 3 mana. Okay, our opponent just passed. That's fine by us. Let's open up the graveyard real quick. There we go. Just so you guys can see, they pass it over to us. So let's slam a mountain, and I think that's all we're going to be able to do this turn. We'll have to pass it back to our opponent. Okay, Arbor Elf is untapping a forest, so that way they have 3 mana available to them. What are they going to cast? They're going to cast a Courser of Kruphix, and we're going to gain 2 life, and they have a Genesis Wave on top of their library. And they're going to swing in with their Burning Tree Emissary, and we'll take it. And now it is our turn. We will cast another Soul's Attendant, gaining 2 life. And unfortunately, we are not drawing lands, so we have to ship it back to our opponent's turn. Okay, they're swinging in with a Burning Tree and a Courser, and we will take it. Oh, and they're playing what? Okay, they're going to activate Arbor Elf. They have 3 mana available, and they're playing a Leatherback Baloth. Finally, we have Ghost Quarter, so let's play that, and we will cast a Felidar Guardian, and let's blink. Okay, and we'll pass it over to our opponent. Next turn, we have the Infinite Life combo on board. Our opponent goes swinging in with the Courser and the Burning Tree. Alright, we're down to 20. What do they got? Okay, we got another Burning Tree Emissary coming in. Sounds like another 3 life for us. Our opponent has 2 mana left. What are they going to do with it? Oh, nothing. They're going to pass it over to us. Okay, we're going to drop in our Plains, and we're going to cast a Felidar Guardian. Now, Felidar Guardian's going to come in, and we're going to stack these triggers. And we're going to target our existing Felidar Guardian. Alright, our opponent scooped to the combo. I'm going to suggest that we go down, I don't know, yeah, let's go down 2 Genesis Chambers, and we'll go up 2 Celestial Flares to get rid of some of their big swingers. The one lands. This would be amazing if one of these strikers was a land. Do we want to be greedy? Do we want to be greedy? Yeah, we want to be greedy. What do we got to lose other than the match, right? What's life without risk? And the greed has not paid off so far. But we still have a turn 1 play. Our opponent doesn't have to know that we're stuck on 1 land. If we get 1 more, this whole thing turns around. Okay, our opponent moves to combat. And they decide not to attack. They're probably going to ramp right now. Okay, they're getting a Burning Tree Emissary. Okay, we're going to gain a life. They have 2 mana at their disposal. Well, 3 technically, and they decide to pass the turn. And look at that. It paid off. All good in the hood. I probably shouldn't say that ever again. And we will always yield to the Soul Warden's ability, and we will always, yes, and always yield to that too. And we will pass the turn. I love the combo of the cat and the sister. Play some more creatures, opponent. We want a bigger Pridemate. Okay, our opponent is tapping for 4 mana. And they're going to play a Garruk Wildspeaker. Probably just going to get the token for right now. He'll probably chump with it. Nope, he plussed, so he's going to untap 2 lands. Nykthos now taps for, well, nothing. He didn't leave himself enough mana to use it. Good going, opponent. Thank you for your misplays. Haha. Okay. So they skip combat, and they pass to our turn. Let's play another Pridemate. And we're going to get a bigger Pridemate because of our Pridemate. And we will move to the Bat of Comb. Let's swing in with our Pridemate and see if our opponent dives in the way to protect their Garruk. I'm assuming they will. Yes, in fact, they do. Okay, so we're going to pass it to our opponent and see what they do. It depends what they play this turn. I think our next move is going to be dropping in a Kroon Striker. It'll make our pride mates bigger. Ooh, let's see what we got here. We have a big Hydra. So if they decide to block with that Hydra, we can Celestial Flare it. So we might want to leave Celestial Flare open. It really depends what we get. Okay, so they're going to pass it over to our turn. Oh, nope. They're going to make our pride mates stronger and gain us some life. Thank you, opponent. Oh, awesome. We did get another land. So both of our pride mates are going to be far bigger than his Hydra. I think we just drop in 2 crew and strikers. Okay, and we're going to gain some life. Our pride mates are going to get bigger. And let's drop in another crew and striker. We're going on the Ajani beatdown plan. And are they going to block? They don't. They let Garruk go. Okay, our opponent's turn. I think they're going to try to Monstrous that thing. They've got 5 mana. Are they going to give it an additional +2/+2? And kill one of our Ajanis? Nope, they're going to Primal Command and they're going to bounce. And they're searching their library. Our opponent grabs an Eternal Witness. I wonder what they're trying to get back from their graveyard. Probably Garruk. Yeah, they're definitely trying to get Garruk back. Well, opponent, I'm going to take that. And I'm going to hit you very, very hard next turn. We draw a land, which is fine by me, because that way we get to leave up the Celestial Flare. And big attack. And that looks good. Here you go. Okay, so they throw it in front of the biggest pride mate, which I guess is their best option. That's fine. Okay, our opponent's down to 6. What do they have? Okay, alright. And what are they going to be playing? They play Eternal Witness, and they're going to target what? Primal Command? They did leave themselves enough mana to cast it. There you go, opponent. Gotta tap Nykthos appropriately. And our opponent decides to gain themselves 7 life. And they're going to search their library for a creature card. They're still in very big trouble if we draw a creature next turn. Craterhoof Behemoth. Nice. Yeah, we draw a land. Unimportant. And we will skip to our attack phase. And I feel like we're going to swing with everything but our Warden. That looks good to me. They have to block. It's only a matter of what are they going to block. If they only block with one thing, then it's game. Fantastic. And our opponent scoops it up, so that's the match. My name's Ted, thank you for watching Giant Monster Games, and I'll see you in the next video.